How you doing, Will? I just finished your CMA and BPO, and I'm going to send you the following email. If you can look at it, it has one, two, three, four, five bullet points. A lot of information, but the only thing that you really need to bring with you is the CMA, which is right here, right there, number one. So that's the CMA. I'm going to show you that in a second. Number two is how to estimate the value of your home. It's a pamphlet that the assessor puts out. If you have time, I suggest you read it. If you haven't, I assume you probably already did, but just take a look at it so that you go in prepared. The other thing is number three. It lists the adjustments that I used for your house. It talks a little bit about how to make adjustments, and then I listed the 3 or 4 adjustments I made for your house. And number two, if you read that pamphlet, it talks about why you need to make adjustments when you're doing comps. So I would definitely look at that. Number 4 is the online assessment roll system. This is how the assessor is looking at comps for your house. So if you want to know how he came up with that figure, you can look at this. And these are all PDFs, by the way. You can look at this and it'll show you what he's looking at. So you can start getting into his head and comparing apples to apples. And then number 5, there's 2 really short videos that the assessor puts out on your assessment and how to contest it. I would look at those. I think they're like 2 minutes each. So those are those links. All right, real quick, I'll open your CMA. It's in Google Docs. You could print it right from here. But here's your CMA, little cover letter, your property. Just make sure all the information is correct. So here's the subject property, yours, right here. Well, it's the first one. And then here are my comps. If you look at the tax assessor's comps, they're going to be a lot higher than mine are. But if they want to go high up to 300,000, then I can go low. So it's going to be really tough because if you break it all down to the per square foot cost, they really have you at the right value. But I'm basing it on what's in our neighborhood, and their comps are kind of outside of our neighborhood. So I'm trying to stick to our neighborhood, which is why I had to make the adjustments. Here's the highest price one. The second one was $275, which is off of Wemple Road, and I don't know how they're using that as a comp. Those are much newer homes, much nicer, better quality, and the layout's a lot different. But I did take some adjustments here. If you look at the bottom, I made those adjustments, and then some of the properties that are in our neighborhood, I made those adjustments. So if you scroll all the way down to the bottom, I came up with a fair market value of $248,000 and suggested list price at $254,900. Now, you can't go in there and argue with them. They know their job, so you're just going to have to show them how you came up with this, which is you comp the homes in your neighborhood. They're not really selling. And the biggest argument that I would use is that your house it's got a sloping backyard and it's right on the train tracks, and there's a house right down the street that they cannot sell because of that. And in general, property values in this neighborhood, barring Sandy Lane, have gone down since we purchased them. So make sure you bring up those points. The fact that your yard's sloping and the train tracks. So I did discount all the comps up here across the board. If you look at DR1, I give a $5,000 comp for the train tracks and the sloping rear yard. All right, so let me quick go on to the other links in the email. So how to estimate your the value of a home. I won't open that, but that's just a small pamphlet. And then your adjustments, I kind of made a Word doc for that to show you how I made the adjustments. And I just want to show you this link, and then I'll close the video out. So this is the online assessment roll system. This is, you may have seen this online, but this is your property. This is all the information they have on your property. And then these are the comps that they used to come up with your assessment. So I would look at those and check out the addresses so that when you go in, you can base your argument on that as well. And then watch these 2 videos. So whether or not you're going to win, I don't know, because if I didn't stretch the comps, they're probably right on the money. However, if we deduct for the yard and the train tracks and the fact that their comps are outside of our neighborhood and I think are a little more desirable areas, then I think you have a really good shot at getting somewhere between the 248 and the 266. So if you have any questions, give me a call and I'll go over all this with you over the phone. All right. And check the information. If you see anything that's incorrect, just get back to me and I'll fix it. All right. Thanks, Will. I'll talk to you soon, and good luck.